What up, everyone? This is 8 StarCraft casting a game from MLG. We have Dignitas.Naniwa as the red Protoss on the right side, and Moon from We Made Fox on the left side is the blue Zerg. This is a game from MLG Columbus, which was this past weekend. The reason I chose this game is because of the players mainly. Good matchup to PVZ. Naniwa is the champion from MLG Dallas earlier in the year. And Moon from Team We Made Fox is a pro gamer from Korea. I particularly like Moon because of the fact that he's gone to multiple international events outside of Korea. That's what I particularly mean. But good morning, Internet. This is Aid StarCraft here, casting game between Dignitas.Naniwa and Moon from Team We Made Fox. This is a game out of MLG Columbus that happened over this past weekend. I have not seen this replay yet, so I'm excited for this. Dignitas.Naniwa being the previous MLG champion from MLG Dallas earlier this year, and Fox being a very well-known Korean player who has been traveling to a few international events, who placed well, second place in the Intel Extreme Masters. So it's going to be a very exciting game. Zerg versus Protoss. I play Protoss. This is my least favorite matchup because I'm pretty uncomfortable with dealing with Zerglings and the fast units of the Zerg. But this is going to be a good game. So starting off, we see Moon was pulling an extractor trick. You can see his supply is capped at 11 out of 10, but quickly fixed by the Overlord. This is MLG Shakuras. As you can see, the backdoor rocks are not here. The old version of Shakuras did have backdoor rocks here and here. Whoops, didn't mean to pull up the menu. And it created for some opportunity for really quick games ending through backdoor aggression. Don't take that dirty. Spawning pool going down for Moon before any hatchery. Naniwa actually sending his probe out here to preemptively start blocking the expansion from going up. Doing this allows the Protoss to buy more time to tech or build up a bigger army before the Zerg can get his economy really going. Oftentimes you see a pylon getting thrown down, and even a cybernetics core, due to the amount of health the cybernetics core has, it lasts longer and is able to prevent the hatchery from building even longer. So we do see Nexus first for Naniwa, followed by Forge, called Forge Fast Expanding. This is going to enable the Protoss to get a really good economy going, but it's going to be really weak with his army in the beginning. So if Moon does decide to expand, that's going to be difficult for Naniwa to deal with. But that is also why they pick up the Forge, so they can wall off a little bit and also have some damage at the front, so it's not easy to penetrate your front door. And there's that cannon going down now. 4 Zerglings coming out for Moon to try to repel this probe so he could get down the expansion. And there's the drone right now. Everybody's chasing the probe. Naniwa still does get to manage to block it for a few more seconds, and the hatchery is going to go down. The prober is being pulled back now. Now two Zerglings are chasing this prober. It's going to go down. And 2 Zerglings going to scout the front. It is vital to scout the front of your enemy's base, because not all the time can you get back here and see everything. Zerg have overlords you can do that with, but just sending 2 Zerglings to the front will give you plenty of information. He's able to see what he's doing. He can conclude that most likely that he's going to have a Nexus down. Now you can't guarantee that, but still reliable information just scouting the forging cannons, because very unlikely that you'd be investing in a cannon up front, because that would weaken the abilities of your army. Zergling speed being researched almost actually completed, and the warp cybernetics core is also almost completing for Naniwa. It's a really good map, actually. I prefer this map because of the fact that it's a pretty large map. The expansions are laid out nicely. It really favors long macro games. And for those of you who aren't familiar, macro games are just longer games built around getting gigantic armies, as opposed to games that are short distances. Sometimes favor cheeses because the map doesn't provide you enough space to do what you need to do. in order to build up an army. If you played StarCraft 2 in the very beginning of the game, post beta still, you're familiar with the map Steps of War, which was a very unfavorable map for a lot of players who preferred macro games. Because it was such short rush distances, you could literally just walk right to their front door in a couple seconds. Third base going down for fox.Moon at the 6-minute mark. That is still pretty early. This game, as you can tell, as I was just saying, is going to be probably a long macro game due to the fact that he's getting 3 bases, and the Protoss expanded very early anyway. Whenever a Protoss is on 2 bases, it opens up a lot of possibilities for some big two-base timing attacks for a Protoss. You're allowed to get a lot of your power units, like Colossuses, and still back them up with a decent amount of Stalkers, as opposed to on 1 base you would only be able to get a few Colossuses and not have a lot of Stalkers due to the gas restrictions that you would actually have. So we could see a giant timing push here, but so far what we see is a couple sentries out. Warp Gate is about to finish. What these sentries allow you to do is actually kill this Overlord mainly. But if the Zerg player was to throw up a lot of Zerglings and maybe a few Roaches up the front, you could force field them back so the Roaches couldn't fire on it. It would buy you a few more seconds in order to get out a few more units. A couple more sentries are being built now as well as a Zealot. Lair Tech is going up for Moon. Now this is going to allow him to open up a lot of possibilities. Mainly it opens up a lot of upgrades in the Spire. That's what we generally see. Roach Warren going down as well, and an Evolution Chamber. Usually you see 2 Evo Chambers going down, which allows them to upgrade ranged attacks and carapace. But as you can see, he's opting for the Zergling, the melee attacks, which is generally for Zerglings, Ultralisks. That's what the units it benefits. Burrow as well. Strange how he's getting. I find it strange how he's getting Burrow and the Glial Reconstitution. It's a Roach upgrade, and the melee attacks as opposed to getting ranged. But he's building 7 Roaches as well. But Naniwa moving out. 4 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, 2 Zealots. And he's also meeting up with the Zealot at the Watchtower. He's trying to get some scouting information. But one thing is, in Protoss for Zerg, or even Zerg versus anybody, the Speedlings really give the Zerg a great map control and allow them to actually scout them, deny scouting rather. Incredibly frustrating because oftentimes you feel like you're in the dark. But that's why Protoss has observers and hallucination as well. This Zealot's going to need a quick death here. Overlord upgrades as well. So right now, let's go to the unit counting station. 54 probes to 53 drones. That's fairly even. As far as army count, we can see that fox.Moon has a bit more invested into his army, and he's spreading. He was going ahead and spreading. The Slayer techs allow these overlords to spread creep very well. He's conjoining his 2 bases. Most likely, he will throw a creep tuber down here to make sure this is permanent, so that he doesn't have to keep doing this. Observer coming in. He's going to scout all of this going on right now. And Naniwa, actually, I'm going to pull back up the production. You may see him actually react to this by getting up an army so that he can actually deal with this. Colossuses are already going down, as well as the extended thermal lance, which gives that Colossus an extra range in order to deal with the enemy army in a safer fashion. Really effective against Roaches, but still actually just in general a good ability. Colossus are very effective against a large number of units, but are generally weak to Corruptors, as they're not able to fire up. So random probe sticking right here. Naniwa has, I think he's already upgraded the ground weapons level 1. Yes, he has, and he's also getting armor level 1 as well. Zerg attack level 2, melee attack level 2 is going up, and Naniwa looking to take this 3rd, I'm assuming, throwing up a pylon a little bit in the front, most likely just so he can take that. I'm not certain myself, as I do play Protoss, and I often expand down here to this position, as opposed to, I usually take this as my 5th. I haven't really taken the time to decide whether it's actually just safer to do this. You're in a closer area, so it's a little bit easier to defend, it looks like. But then again, that is wide open. This is much more wide open than this little ramp here. Overlord drops getting researched, and a Baneling nest going down as well. A few more extractors for the Zerg player, and Naniwa's moving his army out here. One thing he does need to be careful of was with the Zerglings that fox.Moon has. He can get us around on this by swinging those around here and engaging up front with the with the roaches. Try to pick off his Zergling. They're engaging here. This observer is able to see the position. As you can see, they're going to swing around here, as I was saying. Or just going for a counterattack. He's going to be able to do a little bit of damage here. There's not much right here. Maybe we'll pick up a couple Stalkers, and hopefully Moon pulls away. Yep, didn't want to take too many losses there. He got a free unit. Good for him. It's a couple minerals. Moon has 1,500 minerals at the moment. It's a little bit high for this point in the game, as opposed to Naniwa, who's down to 200 at the moment. Baneling movement speed, centrifugal hooks is being researched as well, and 15 Banelings morphing. Where are those bad boys at? There they are. I love Banelings. They're so cute, and I love anything that explodes. Scourge were cool as well. Let's go back to the unit counting station. 49 roaches, 33 Zerglings. All right, enough of that. Let's go. We're gonna watch this fight go down. With the classes at 9 range, they're able to do a little bit of damage. Moon burrowing his roaches, regaining some health. They are able to do that and move around as well, but he can actually see them doing this. It does increase their health regeneration, so that the little damage they did take from the long-range Colossus shots are able to regenerate and be at full health by the time they re-engage again. Banelings being loaded up into the Overlords. Baneling drops coming in, and Moon actually also getting a Overseer. I'm not sure how long this has been out here, but the Observer is still alive. Hopefully he doesn't scout that. I think he's going to see it right here. But then again, he doesn't actually have anything that can attack up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But Banelings could do massive damage to this army if Naniwa is not careful. This third base is completely saturated now. Nothing on gases yet. He's probably too worried about having his army not die in order to saturate that first, so he'll get that in a little bit, I'm certain. Spire going down for Moon as well. Guardian Shield going up, prevents a lot of damage. Needs to be careful. His Banelings are right over top of the Protoss army. Oh my god, he's pushing him back. It does not look like Naniwa's army's doing a lot of damage here. Supply is heavily favoring Moon at the moment. These force fields are holding off all the roaches, but he is, well, now he's about 30 supply ahead of the Protoss player. These Overlords are going to get sniped off. He was able to actually deal with that pretty well. He didn't take too much damage. It seemed like the roaches were going to follow up and just take out a lot. Moon is massively supply capped now. He needs to produce a lot of Overlords. As you can see, there's 8 of them getting research because he's 50 supply under cap. I mean, over his cap right now. Flying attacks level 1, so we're going to see some Mutalisks most likely coming at, or rather Corruptors to deal with these Colossus numbers. You can get a critical mass of Corruptors. You can one-shot the Colossus, and there's not too many Stalkers out right now, so they'd probably be able to do it pretty effectively. Protoss ground weapons level 2 is going up as well, which really helps. You can do so much damage. Shred through, well, with just one attack, Zealots can two-shot standard Zerglings, and the same theory applies for Colossus as well. He's also researching Blink and getting 4 more gateways as well. There's those Corruptors I was talking about, 8 of them coming out. Probably will still see a few more. Hydralisks as well. I'm not sure if Hydralisk is the best call. They won't be too effective. The Colossuses do a ton of damage to them. So I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but we'll see. Also, Zerg Carapace level 2 is going to help take that. Moon moving to his 5th base, and Naniwa moving to his 4th base. As you can see, he's walling off down here as well. Smart play. You don't want anything coming in here. He's not worried about his army coming into here, but the opponent's army won't be able to come in at all. He just wants to saturate this and have it do its thing. Big army moving out. Roaches, Corruptors, and that Overseer to pick off anything pesky, and a few Banelings loaded up as well. Cute little Baneling. Look, if he does move through here, that'll be so bad, because look at this concave that Naniwa has. He'll just be able to focus fire down this little area. With all this AoE damage from the Colossuses, the army will melt extremely fast. He doesn't want to engage there. This is definitely a preferred angle, but still could be potentially bad. Engagement going on here. Naniwa loses a Corruptor. Baneling's being dropped on the Stalkers. A few of them are going down, but he is pulling back. I wouldn't be surprised to see these Stalkers blink forward and snipe a few more things, but no, it's not happened. One single Hydralisk going down right now. I'm not sure. why he's only producing one of them. Zerg flying attacks level 2 going up as well.